and those don't exist. So that's just a psychosis. I mean, I don't want to be vulgar, but how many times, I mean, how much do you have to piss on the works of Christ in order for you to feel that you're better than somebody else? When people say, not the faith alone crap that you get heard, which is like it's actually doctrine alone. But when somebody, a Christian, just a regular Protestant, right, just evangelical, non-denomination, says, hey, I don't know, Christ did everything, I can't add to it. He saved me, I am grateful, and it fills them with happiness, and they live out the rest of their lives in love and peace, and try to walk out their faith to the best of their ability. I see that as a mystical form of orthodoxy. I've been saying this for, well, on YouTube for like 3 years, but forever. I don't see that as wrong. That's okay there, but what gets taught as faith alone is garbage. Because it's like the ranters. It's like, oh, put the, you know, I say this word, it's Gnosticism again. The Gnostics had archons, where they had to pass certain demons. They had to have a password for it. We actually have the diagrams of the Sethians and the Ophites, where it was these spheres that go out. And again, look, the early mentionings of purgatory were fine. Were totally fine. Knowing the concept of the consuming fire. The fire of God. That refines the dross away from the silver and burns up the chaff. But when when Rome broke and they had Middle Ages going on with scholasticism and Aristotelian thought and all this garbage, and then they were using it to keep people from running towards God because they were scared of their own sin. Who cares? We'll deal with that. You know, God, you know, follow God, do good now. This is be beautiful. No. You've got to pay us or do certain things. Nope. That's now you've just destroyed the works of Christ. The work of Christ, I should say, from the incarnation to the resurrection, that gets repeated throughout the liturgical year and is happening in these moments are apocalyptic and outside of time. So when people say, "Oh, there's a mention of the toll houses," this can be translated as toll house here. Yes, and Gregory the Great Gregory Dialogus used the word purgatory. Did his concept of purgatory look anything like what John Tetzel was preaching? I can't imagine that it did. It could not have. Impossibility. So when they say, "Oh, this thing toll house was mentioned here," you know, God bless those saints that use that word. They themselves will tell you you're wrong. I don't want people to wait till the coming. But I mean, this needs to be shut down so no more Orthodox Christians ever get affected by it. It is not to be tolerated within the church. We love the people, but this is something that will wrench people. And I don't care if somebody has a saint in front of their name. We've had this in the church all the time, where somebody, "Oh, this guy's a saint," and this and that. No, he's not. Shut it down. You know, there's been various cults to different groups. I mean, right now we recognize the faction of the Ephraimites. I don't know anybody who doesn't call them Ephraimites. And weird St. Anthony's monasteries where people are hallucinating and stuff like that. Now, I as a monastic discipline, there's the words toll houses being used, and it's a discipline to help you with whatever. I can't speak on that. I'm not an abbot of a monastery. I never will be. Well, I don't know the future, but I'm not an archimandrite. I'm not a head of monks. So if they're using that and not leaving the faith, not embracing the Gnosticism that Irenaeus fought against, they're not pissing on the works of Christ. They're not using it to lord over people and enslave people, like the medieval purgatory was used for, or I should say, late medieval Renaissance, or the late medieval purgatory was used for. If they're not doing that, if they're part of, fine, good tool, let it work. I mean, and then these people introduce this to people who are inquiring of the Orthodox Church, which we've seen better. I mean, the people that introduced it to our friend, I don't think they knew what they were doing, and it pushes people away. The best intentions, where do good intentions lead? I mean, do you shove the Philokalia and the Desert Father? So why would you take something that is seen to be so cryptic that it existed everywhere at all times, but only it was in secret? We don't have secrets. That's why we rejected Fatima. Oh yeah, secrets. We love Guadalupe. I have Guadalupe everywhere. The Virgin of Guadalupe, one of the greatest icons in the world. But Fatima, I made the sun move out of orbit, but she gave secrets. Oh, what? No. We know that. We know what that is. Gnosticism. And who are the Gnostics? They were celibate men who retreated from the world. It took until Saint Anthony for the church to say, now this is acceptable. Before that, a bunch of dudes living out in the desert, always being ascetics. That's Gnosticism. We're not touched. That's Docetism. That is denial of the bodily resurrection. And you're like, well, no, it leads to that, and denial of the bodily resurrection leads to that, and that leads to the denial of the bodily resurrection. It's a dog chasing its tail. You need to just stop it. So the monastery should be a bastion, a bulwark for orthodoxy, not a weapon to destroy the creed. And to say the worst thing about the Theotokos, what Orthodox Christian, and then to be polytheistic. If they won't admit they're Gnostics, then those are other gods. They're judging you? I thought we had one judge. I mean, how many times only God can judge me? Oh yeah, you're right. Your soul, but not of your works on earth. Even though I don't believe in earthly justice. I don't believe in the death penalty. I don't even believe in penitentiaries. I think the United States prison system is a crime.